1974, 1 center Canada coin. In 2013, Canada did something that changed the pockets of millions, they killed the penny. Since then, these little copper discs have been sitting in jars, forgotten in basements, or tossed into give a penny, take a penny trays. But if you're digging through a stash and you see the year 1974, don't just toss it aside. While most of the 925 million pennies struck that year are worth exactly 1 cent, there is a legendary double die variety and a hidden melt value that makes this specific year a favorite for collectors and stackers alike. Today, we're looking at the 1974 Canadian cent, the history, the errors that could pay for your next vacation, and why this coin is actually made of more gold than you think. Let's get real for a second. Why do people care about a 1974 penny? Before 1997, Canadian pennies were mostly bronze, specifically 98% copper. In 1974, each penny weighed 3.24 grams. The math: at current copper market prices, the raw metal inside a 1974 penny is often worth double or triple its face value. Now, is it legal to melt them down in Canada? No. But does that stop stackers from hoarding them? Absolutely not. 1974 was a high mintage year, meaning they are easy to find, but because they are heavy copper, they are becoming the junk silver of the penny world. If you find a roll of these, you've already doubled your money just based on the metal. Now, let's talk about the real money. If you want to find a 1974 penny worth hundreds of dollars, you need to look for the doubled die reverse DDR. During the minting process, sometimes the die strikes the coin slightly off alignment twice. On the 1974 cent, this is most visible on the date and the maple leaf. What to look for? Use a loupe or a digital microscope. Look at the 1974. You're looking for a clear shelf-like doubling, specifically on the vertical bars of the 1 and the 4. While not as famous as the 1955 US double die, a high-grade 1974 double die can fetch anywhere from $50 to $200 depending on the severity and the condition of the coin. Wait, there's more. Look at the Queen's side. Collectors have found 1974 pennies with double effigy errors, where the Queen's profile looks like she has a ghost outline. These are rare strike errors and are highly sought after by error hunters. Because 1974 saw nearly a billion coins produced, the mint's quality control had its hands full. This led to some wonky coins entering circulation. Clipped planchettes, these look like someone took a circular bite out of the edge of the coin. This happens when the metal sheet isn't fed correctly into the blanking machine. A 1974 clipped penny can sell for $10.25. The B in Elizabeth, look closely at the word Elizabeth. Sometimes, a die chip fills in the loops of the letters. It's a minor error, but for a completist collector, it adds a few bucks to the value. If you find a 1974 penny that looks like it just came off the press, shiny, bright orange red, and scratch-free, do not touch it with your bare hands. The value of a 1974 penny is determined by its red factor. MS60 to MS63 worth maybe 1 to 5. MS65 red, this is where the price jumps. A gem red 1974 penny can sell for 30 to 50. MS66 or higher, these are ultra rare. We're talking 100 plus, because surviving 50 years without a single scratch is nearly impossible for a penny. The 1974 Canadian penny is a classic. It represents the height of the copper era, a time of massive production, and a few hidden errors that make the hunt worthwhile. Whether you're keeping them for their copper content or searching for that elusive doubled die, the 1974 cent is a staple of Canadian numismatics. It's a reminder that even the smallest denomination can have a big story.